Welcome back to Fab Automotive Detailing and Tour Reviews. As you guys probably saw in the thumbnail, I was in an accident in my business van today. Today is September 19th, 2025, Mrs. Fab's birthday. So I always remember the day that I was in my very first car accident. I am 44 years old, and today I experienced my very first car accident. I'm so thankful for that. I'm thankful that I'm not thankful for the car accident. Let's restate. I'm thankful that I've gone 44 years without a car accident in my life. But I'm so thankful that I am okay, and I'm so thankful that she is okay. The lady that I hit, she wasn't so nice about it, and I'll explain that in a little bit. But let me show you guys the video first, and then I'm going to show you the damage on the van. When I was driving down the road, the speed limit's 50. I think I was doing about 45. The reason I say this is because I'll show you. I had a tire on, it's a dually, so one of my tires in the back was going down, and I was actually on my way to the tire shop to take it in to have them fix it because the valve stem is actually what's leaking. So I was only doing about 45, and as you tell, like right when I hit her, I was able to come to a complete stop. I did not lock the brakes up. I did swerve to try to miss her. If I wouldn't have swerved, I probably would have hit the passenger rear door most likely. So I am thankful that everybody was okay in the situation. Let me show you the damage on the truck, and then I'll tell you everything else after that. So first of all, so here's the tire. It is totally flat now. I had to keep stopping on my way home. I was actually at one of my customer shops, and I noticed it was going flat, so I actually had to buy a pump. I didn't have a pump with me. I bought one from, of all places, Harbor Freight. It's like $100, but it's really nice. It pumped it up really fast. I had to stop 3 times on the way home to continue putting air in it, but if I touched the valve stem just a little bit, you could hear air coming out, so the valve stem was bad. So I was on my way to get the valve stem replaced because these tires aren't that old. And let me show you. I think they're going to total it because this is a 2008. And this is like the chassis or body frame, and it bent it all the way back, as you can see right there. This is just the headlight right here. And that's all that is. It did bend the bumper. Bumper's pushed all the way back. That's not a big deal. But I think due to the year, the hood, it got the door right here, but the door does open just fine. But being that's a 2008, I think this is probably going to be totaled, unfortunately, because I'm not going to get a lot of money out of it being an 08. I don't know if this door is open or not. Yeah, it is. There's the fender. And thank goodness I called Mrs. Fab. And I don't know if you don't know, my wife works at a John Deere dealership. And it was right next to one of her customers' farms. So once the police officer came out and he said, okay, you're free to go, she called the customer for me. And thank goodness he was home. He brought a Sawzall out and we cut the fender off so I could drive it home. Didn't have to worry about getting it towed. I did not want to get it towed if I didn't have to. Even though, yes, her insurance, because she's going to be one at fault, would pay for it. I wanted to get this thing home because I have stuff in here that I wanted to get out. I don't want it just taking it to some body shop with everything that's in it. So yeah, I think this is I think it's pretty much done, in my opinion. I don't know how the late radiator is not leaking, but it's not. There's a little spider. He must have enjoyed the ride. But yeah, I mean it bent all this, so it's probably toast. So the worst part about this is the van is still in very good shape. Now, yes, there is rust, and this is normal on the Sprinter vans because water sits down behind that trim. That's normal. But for being an 08, I've seen newer ones that this entire panel's rusted. This van is in very good shape. You see tons of gloss. I keep it clean. It's just in really good shape for the year. It has 207,000 miles on it. It has a 3-liter diesel. Runs good, runs strong. This van has been a champ for me. But being the year it is, I just don't know if if it's even fixable. I really don't think it's gonna be fixable. Now I can drive it. I talked to the police officer. I can drive it during the daytime because I have a turn signal here. If I didn't have a turn signal in the mirror, then it would be illegal to drive it. But since I have a turn signal there, the police officer said I can drive it. I don't know if I'm going to, but I can tell you that probably 90%, 99% of my business is dealerships. And I would say 90 to 95% of that business is from people getting on the van, looking around and finding something. Anytime that the van's been down, because I had a problem with the belt tensioner, it broke on me, it left me stranded, and I was without the van for a couple days. The alternator went out on me. It's had a few things, here and there. It has 200,000 miles on it, where I would call and say, hey, what do you guys want me to bring you today? I'm gonna bring my personal truck out. Well, they would barely order anything. But when they get on the van, those same people will just buy a ton of stuff. So this is my moneymaker. So I I just don't know. I don't know what's going to happen from here. You know, the business doesn't do enough business right now to buy a $50,000 van. If you look at the price of a used Sprinter van in decent shape like this, it's going to be close to probably 20,000. I really don't know. I mean, I might consider it, just depending on what happens out of this whole situation. I just don't know what to expect right now. I'm so thankful that I'm okay. I'm thankful that she is okay, and I'm gonna get to that right now. So as soon as the accident happened, I immediately came to a stop, pulled off onto the side of the road and down into like a little ditch actually, because at that point I really didn't care. And before I got out and checked my vehicle, I got out, I walked around the back of my van because she was back there, right? And I went over and checked on her immediately. And I said, "Ma'am, are you okay?" And she said, "Well, how fast were you going? You come out of nowhere." And you guys saw the video. There's a truck in front of me that turned right. I didn't come out of nowhere. She just never looked after he turned and she just went. And her friend was actually behind her in the car behind her in that video. And her friend was on her side saying that I was speeding, this and that. Well, my video shows I was not speeding. I had the right of way. I had no stop sign. I was heading north. She was headed east. She had a stop sign. She pulled out in front of me. But what makes me madder than anything is her friend stopped because she was behind her. She's her friend. But there was a car behind her friend that just went on through. He just left. And then that car coming the other way, which is like one of those snow cone vans or whatever, didn't stop, just went on through. I mean, there was 2 more witnesses I could have had on my side that didn't want to stop. Me, if I see a car accident, I'm stopping every time because I've seen car accidents. Stop every single time. I will wait till the police officer gets there, give him my side, and then I will go about my day. I am not that type of person, but she cared about her not being at fault versus saying, "Sir, are you injured?" She never once asked me if I was injured. And I was worried about her being injured. I said, "Ma'am, are you okay?" That's the first thing that I asked her. So as soon as she started spewing at the mouth, I immediately got on my phone, called 911 because there is no non-emergency number anymore. Called 911 and I said I was in a vehicle accident. There are 0 injuries. Told them where we're at. I said, but traffic is kind of heavy, so if you can get here as soon as you can. It took them about 5 minutes to get out. My wife actually beat them there, the police officer there, and got police officer come out, took the report. You know what my saving grace was? And I made a video about this. I'm gonna show you guys. This is a dash cam that a company sent me. I have a video on it on my YouTube channel somewhere. That dash cam right there is it shows everything. You guys saw it earlier. I don't know why I'm acting like you didn't know about that camera. I just showed you the dash cam footage. That shows everything. That's gonna keep me safe. She won't have a leg to stand on. And her insurance company is my insurance company. So luckily I won't have to fight with another insurance company. But they're gonna have to pay me for my time off, the days that I miss. And if they total the van out, they're gonna have to, give me the money for it. I just don't know. I don't know if it's worth buying another van and continuing on. I'm just gonna be flat out honest with you guys. I can make a lot more money going back to turning wrenches, or I can make a lot more money just detailing full time. So I don't know what the future holds for Fab at this point. Obviously still YouTube videos and everything. But I don't know what, as far as Fab Detail Supplies and Fab Automotive Detailing, I don't know what the future holds. I'm gonna be really honest, I just don't. Here for a while, it's been for about a year now. The website has suffered for the last year, and the business has done okay. I've done enough business to stay afloat, and I'm just telling you guys this stuff just to be out front. I've done enough business to stay afloat, but I mean, that's about it. Not like I'm making money, making big profits or anything like that. My wife has a good job, thank goodness, and I detail and make money, and that's how I basically survive. The business doesn't really pay me much, as far as that is concerned. They pay me a little bit, but it doesn't pay me much. So it's just kind of a bummer because, I mean, I am starting to finally get a pretty good customer list where customers I can depend on. But the downside, I know I'm rambling, the downside to the detailing community, especially when you're selling to dealerships, is I am at the mercy of whoever is the head detailer or service manager. If a new detailer comes in or a new service manager comes in, they can come in and say, "No, we're not gonna use your products. I got a guy that I already like." That's already happened 3 or 4 times to me now. I lost a really good, pretty much high-paying customer about 3 weeks ago to that. And that's really bumming me out. And this really got me bummed down even more. But that's neither here nor there. I just want to show you guys about the accident. I'm fine, 0 injuries. It wasn't like a hard jolt or anything. Airbags didn't even go off. but it definitely tore my van up because the way that I hit her, it kind of just sheared the side of the back of her car. And she was in a Buick, I think it's called an Envision, little SUV, maybe a Buick Envision. And it did pretty good damage to hers, but mine took the brunt of it because the way it kind of just sheared across the back of her vehicle. But yeah, I just want to kind of show you guys that, let you guys know what's going on. Once again, I am fine. She is fine. That was more important than anything else to me. I'm strong in my faith. If something was to happen to me, I am confident that I know what's going to happen to me. And that's always a good thing to have in the back of my mind, that no matter what happens when I go out there, if I die tomorrow, if I die in a car accident, or I die, whatever, I am comfortable in knowing my Savior. So that's very, very important to me. So yeah, just want to share that with you guys, let you guys know what's going on. I thank you guys so much for watching this video and checking it out. If you do like the video, I want you to like the video. Yeah, go ahead, like the video, give me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, join the Fab family. Would love to have you. We'll see you in the next video.